All right, so let's talk about house washing and how to set up and efficiently clean it as good as possible and as efficient as possible. And I'm going to give you three different scenarios. The first scenario we're going to talk about is if you're just solo going to clean a house. 99% of the time, anytime you guys are cleaning a home, whether it's by yourself or with another person, you want to start in the back and then finish in the front. That way when you're done, your hoses are already right out there by the truck, and you can roll up the hoses and proceed to retaining the payment and take off. There will be circumstances every now and then where you'll actually have to start in front of the house and work your way back. But just remember, the majority of the time you want to start in the back and work your way in the front. The first method, the one-man operation, that is the standard, is this is the street. Sorry, I'm not a very good artist, but this is the street, and these are the three homes. So when you're a one-man operation, it's very common to actually start back here in the back corner of the home, and so you would start here and work this side. So you would soap this back wall and this side here, and then by the time you get done soaping over here and walk back over here, you'll be ready to rinse. And then you would just rinse off that back wall on this side and then repeat as necessary. Once you get the back wall and then this side, then you would obviously start back over here and you would do the soap down this wall and the front. Once you get over here, finish soaping down the front. By that time, you can go walk back to this back corner, begin to rinse. Hopefully it'll get cleaned in just your first application. If so, then you're done. And like I said, your hoses are already be here, closest to the truck. It's the most efficient method. The second way of doing it is if you have two men. The common way that we do it, the standard way, I'll go over next. But there's two different ways to approach this. The first example I have up here is a two-man same side. When you're doing this way, most of the time you're doing this way because there's a lot of landscaping and you've got to do a lot of watering, or it's really, really dirty, so you're going to need a stronger mix. And again, that would require a lot more watering. So in this way, if you've got two men and doing both sides simultaneously, you would again start back here in the back. Same method. You would start back here in the back and you'd work your way to this first side. While one person is spraying, the other person is over here watering the landscape, any windows, any sensitive areas like nearby wood, anything like that. That would be their job. While the one person is soaping, this other person is over here keeping things wet. Once this person gets over here and soaped, now this second person would come right behind them and rinse. And then we would just simply repeat the same process over here. The one man would be soaping, while the second man would be over here rinsing and keeping things wet. Again, any sensitive items, windows, doors, garage doors, anything like that. He or she would be responsible for pre-wetting and rinsing. A two-man standard way of doing things is first man or woman, it does this side over here, the back and this side, and then the second person starts over here in this corner and they're responsible for this side and the front. This is the standard way of doing things, but as you can see, there's more than one way to do this depending on the scenario.